So this is going to be a pretty quick video just talking about the best units in this new update, what you should go for, what you should try your hardest to get. I want to start by saying that these are just my personal opinions. Doesn't matter where I put some of these units. You might like, say, Akaza more than where I rate him. It's just all my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. But anyway, let's start this. First, Gara. I'm going to do this an easier way. So everything from Gara down to Bean is unnecessary. Every single one of them. So that means Genos, Piccolo, even Nobara. I know she's a new unit. Same thing with Nezuko. They're all pretty unnecessary. You don't have to try and get them. They're not going to add anything. And even units like Kizaru, although they are good starting off, same thing with Goku Black, although these units are good starting off, like when you first begin playing, they completely die once you get later game, once you get your first mythics. But yeah, these units are absolutely unnecessary. You do not have to try and get them. I know Bean does have bleed. He's pretty decent. I know some people used to use Jonathan for things, but once again, they're pretty unnecessary. You don't have to try and get any of them. Now, that is completely different for these two. Obviously, you know, these are farm units. You have to have them. You're going to be bringing them to pretty much everything. Then we've got Killua. Now, Killua and Sasuke and Kakashi are pretty much the same. Sasuke and Killua are both shield breakers for Paragon. So I'd say that they're pretty good to have. You have to get one of them, but it's kind of just up to you which one. And then Kakashi, he's pretty much just a worse version of Killua. So I'll leave him there. These three all go here. Then we got Inumaki. He's also just another support unit that's pretty decent to have if you've got him. Same thing with Sasuke, another support unit. It's a stun. He's a mythic. He does pretty good damage, but I mean, it's just entirely up to you. I personally don't think he's all that important to have, and I actually haven't even evolved mine yet because there's really no point. Crocodile. I will say this is my favorite support unit. I like Freeze so much in this game. I think it's insanely overpowered, but yeah, that's pretty much up to you. And then Pain, he is really good, but his SPA is really long versus Crocodile's, which is, I think, only about 4 seconds. So I'm just going to leave him in good to have. Then next up, we got Akaza. I'm not going to lie to you. Akaza does do pretty decent damage, but he's not that good. He might be one of the worst mythics in the game. Same thing with Naruto. He's not terrible, but just not very good. Then next up, we've got Rengoku. Now, I will say, Rengoku and Jogo, both of them are burn units. They are really good. If you have these, that's amazing. Honestly, I'm going to say you should probably get them. Mainly because Jogo's a new unit, but then also just because they are really good. Like, they do a lot of damage, and they're both burn units. So they're very good to have. Then we have Toji. This, as most of you already know, is a must-have unit. He's absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best units in the game right now. Actually, no, not probably. He is one of the best units in the game. Then Tengen. Tengen is pretty much the same. One of the best units in the game. He was last update, still is. Very good units, good to have. Obito, he's pretty much the same as Jogo Rengoku. You don't have to have him, but he is really good to have, and he is a really good unit. I know he used to be meta, but that was a long time ago. We've got a lot more units in the game now, some of which are really, really like leagues ahead, way better. Then we have Sakura. Now, the reason I didn't put her in with all of these is because she still technically has a purpose, and you kind of need her a little bit for doing the Spider Forest raids. But she's really not all that important. She's like a step away from being completely unnecessary. But yeah, she's still good to have just in case you ever need to do that again. Maybe they'll end up refilling the rerolls. I doubt it, but since they're keeping it, maybe they will. And then we have Cha-In. She, I will say, is a really good unit. And if you have Deadeye on her, she's absolutely amazing. So she's between good to have and get these. I'm probably going to put her here. She is really good. And then the Egress boss event, she absolutely carried. She was an amazing unit to bring. Next up, we have Julius, the new Battle Pass unit. He is a freeze unit. He is really good. I love freeze in this game. I think it's really overpowered. I'm going to put him in must-have because he also does a lot of damage for being a support unit. So yeah, I think he's pretty good to have. Vegeta. Vegeta is the best unit in the game. Hands down, no one else compares. Absolutely the best unit in the game. It doesn't matter who you are, get Vegeta. He will carry you through pretty much everything. And then Igris. Igris, even though he's been nerfed and he's been falling completely off the top tier, he is still a top tier unit. I'll put him in must-have, but once again, if you're going to put Igris in must-have, I've said this before, I'll say it again, then you have to put Sun Jin-woo in must-have. They're pretty much necessary to be used together, otherwise you can't use Igris's full potential. And then Alucard. I don't think I really need to talk about this one. Obviously, it's one of the best units in the game. If you have him, get him. You all already know this. Everybody wants Alucard. People spend 5 million gems and still don't get him. If you can get Alucard, get him. Then we have Choso. Choso is really, really, really good. I will be putting him in must-have. He's probably one of the best units out of this new update, but I still think he is maybe a little worse than Tengen. Next up, we have Todo. I'm going to put him in get these. I don't think he's all that necessary. There are way better units in this update, such as Satoru Gojo. This, by far, is the best unit in the game. Best unit in the game, no doubt about it. Get this unit. You have to get him. He's absolutely amazing. And then this last one, Itadori, because I'm not going to rank these two. Actually, I guess I can rank her. You just can't get her anymore. I'll put her in good to have just because you can't get her. If it was still update 0.5 or before when you could get her, she would be in must have. But if you have her now, that's fine. Anyway, Yuji. This unit is going to be, I'm guessing, absolutely broken. Probably better or maybe slightly worse than Gojo. So for right now, I'm going to be putting him behind just because Gojo already has his secret form. Itadori doesn't. But once you can get Sukuna, this unit is going to be absolutely amazing. So get Itadori right now. Try and max level him. Try and get a good trade on him because Sukuna is going to be absolutely busted. Gojo obviously goes with Gojo. That's pretty much it. It's just a quick little video talking about the best units to get in the game right now. Basically, just get Gojo, get Vegeta. If you have Alucard, get him. I wouldn't say grind for him, but if you get him, that's amazing. Get Julius, get Toji, get Tengen, get Choso. If you don't have Igris already, get him. Get Sun Jin-woo. And then obviously everybody has the farm units. Other than that, there's pretty much nothing else you really need to go for besides maybe these if you've already got all this stuff. And maybe if you really wanted to go for some of these, just because stuff like Sasuke is really good to have just in case you ever want to use him. And then same thing with Killua and this other Sasuke, just because they're shield breakers and they have their own uses. That's pretty much it. Obviously, once again, these are just my opinions. Even if you have something like Akaza and it's your best unit, it's amazing. It can carry you through the game. This is not a hard game. It can take you pretty much anywhere you want to go. That being said, that's the end of the video. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I hope to see you all on the next one. Like and subscribe. Bye.